It's time for another beer review, and today we are reviewing Juice Pig. This is a New England IPA from the Drop Project, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're drinking this beer in this bright pink and yellow can. This is a Juice Pig. This is a New England IPA, 6.2% from the Drop Project. Great brewery, makes some really good beers. Don't drink them enough on the channel. But this has got Simcoe, Strata and Brew One. So let's crack it open, get it in the glass and see what it's all about. This one's been sitting in my fridge for a few weeks really, and I don't know why I bought it, because when I look at the hops, they're not exactly what I would say are my favourite types of hops, but we'll pass judgment until we drink it and see what we get here. Well, beer in a glass, it's a very sort of murky, there's lots of actually sediment in it as well. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's definitely little bits of I don't know what it's like, you know, a bit of the grain or a bit of the hops. Usually that gives it a little bit of an extra special taste. But colour-wise, well, it's very very hazy. But it's a funny sort of colour. It's sort of yellowy. It's more of an orangey, almost browny colour. Hope it's not got oxidised. We've got two fingers of very densely compacted, just off white head, but yeah, I think this is going to be a juicy beer, hence the name. See what the aroma's like. Lots of sort of dank, opposed to bright and juicy sort of over-ripened fruits. Very much on the sort of mango, apricot, very much all about those sort of aromas. Okay, I'm going to go in. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, that's not bad. Really lovely soft mouthfeel. I mean, Drop Project, another one of those breweries that you know that their mouthfeel is always really good, and this is a really smooth, velvety mouthfeel. Flavours wise, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mango, there's apricot. You get this sort of slight inclination, I would say, for it to go in a little bit more of the sweaty, a little bit more of the dank sort of over-ripened flavours, but it just about keeps itself in check to make it quite a drinkable and to some extent quite a refreshing sort of beer. Yeah, I really like this actually. There's lots of the sort of flavours that are not really something that I drink. There's a little bit of earthiness, but it's so, you drink it, think, oh, it's going to get earthy here, but then it just holds itself back, just like the sort of dankness. If this was sort of a 7.5%, an upward sort of beer, you know, a lot of those would come in and I think it would ruin it a little bit. It would just taste a little more dank, a little bit more that sweaty sort ofness, but you're getting apricots, which is, I think, the real strong of the we talk about stone fruits. I mean, a lot of people talk about stone fruits. Well, what we talk about? We're talking about peach, we're talking about mango, we're talking about apricot. If it's quite a bright, sort of almost to the point of getting a bit more citrusy, then you're looking at more your peach. Mango is a sort of a little bit in between that and apricot. And I think apricot for me is a bit much more stronger flavour. So there is that strong flavour in here. Anything else? Not really. It's all about the stone fruits, a little bit of earthiness, but I'm not really picking up much in the way of citrus fruits. There's not really much in grapefruit. Maybe you could say there's a touch of passion fruit in there, another flavour that sort of gets sort of thrown in with those sort of stone fruit flavours. Maybe even a little bit of orange as well. But it's very juicy, it's very smooth, and it's very tasty. So, Juice Pig, New England IPA, lovely can. I mean, you see that can, you can't but jump and pick it out, can you? Because it is so bright and colourful. I mean, I love those colours, a bright pink. I say it's yellow, but it's actually more like that sort of aqua greeny yellow sort of colour. What do they call it? I can't be. I'm sure it's got a name. No, it's not turquoise. It's like a lime. It's almost like a lime green. Nice looking can. This was, I'll have a quick check, see how much it was. I don't think it was overly, $5.25. Not bad. As I say, it's juicy. It's got a lot of flavour, but the mouthfeel really sort of elevates it, you know, to be above average. But yeah, pretty good beer. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Juice Pig New England IPA. We got Simcoe, we got Brew One, and we've got Strasser. You hadn't really talked much about the hops. Yes, I could definitely pick out Simcoe in there, but the other ones, I mean, Brew One, I always think is all about the pineapple. Maybe a little bit overripened pineapple, not sort of fresh, sort of tinned sweet pineapples. Strasser is usually one of those hops I'm not a big fan of, but with other hops in the mix, it can work quite well. But I'm not even picking up that sort of pot cannabis sort of flavour that you sometimes get with Strasser. To me, it's all about the sort of Simcoe, really. There you're getting a lot of those sort of Simcoe flavours in there. But it's a really good beer, and it's juicy, and it's easy to drink, and I like it. I like it. Yeah, what can I say? So let's go for the scores, starting with aroma. Appearance, flavour, value for money, as I say, $5.25, and finally my overall experience. Tighten the scores up. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. But it's a recommended beer with a total score. Yeah, it's at the high end of the recommended, but not quite great. It's one of those sort of IPAs that you think, yeah, I really enjoyed that, but it's not quite up there with the likes of some of the IPAs I've had from Rivington recently, you know, Asvex as well. It's not quite up to that sort of level, but still a pretty good beer. So, Drop Project, lovely pink and green can. Let me know if you've had it in the comments. Let me know what you think of Drop Project. We had that Shifty, that was pretty good. That was a little while ago, but yeah, some good beers from them. So let me know if you've had a Drop Project beer and any recommendations. And until the next one, you know what you do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.